been to the Hong Kong Esports second annual tournament. Today is the North American qualifier. Second series underway with the score of 1-0. Leading up here at the top left side of the map, we have Prime's very own State. State's very own Prime. So backwards. It's such a funny name because the team name comes after your initial username, so it really messes with you and it feels very natural as you say it. It's a lot easier to take away the first part, so like usually with the team name, it's a lot easier to take out the team name, and that's why when Marine King Prime, like it feels so natural to say Marine King Prime, and with him leaving Prime, it like just saying Marine King doesn't feel as natural. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Ooh, State, you cheeky. Ooh. Down at the bottom right side of the map, representing Evil Geniuses, we have EGXenocider. Down 0-1, and man, could we have a quick game on our hands. Proxy Gate. Now, what I'm going to be asking is he going to proxy the Cyber as well? He set the probe back. Now, typically in this type of a case, you would throw down the second pylon, you would throw down the Cyber core, get a Zealot out, Stalker, and try to pressure the high ground, trying to break down everything basically. You'll force units off the line. Usually you're going to be able to find a pretty good trade count. Now, with Xeno going to scout right now, this is going to be very interesting because two things are going to happen here. The Reaper's coming out, the Zealot's coming out. The Zealot needs to miss the Reaper. He needs to hide the first Zealot. I don't know if he's going to maybe try to go for two Zealots, but the Zealot needs to miss the Reaper. If the Reaper catches the Zealot coming up onto the high ground right now, it's going to be a lot of trouble. But if the Reaper's on its way halfway across the map, if the Reaper is halfway across the map and that Zealot walks inside the main base, oh, we're going to have some workers pulled. We are going to have some serious worker pullage now. Like I said, the first Zealot's going to try to dodge. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh no! And Xeno's like, oh yeah, spots that Zealot. That's the first one. The second Zealot just coming out right now, dropping down a bunker as well. Now the one thing for Xeno that really does suck right now, he dropped a reactor follow-up on this. He's gonna have to really micro his heart out. But for now, at least, if there is a successful point that we could talk about, he manages to put the wall up, loses a couple SCVs for him, but really not the worst because he saves the Reaper. He's got a wall up, so the Reaper could safely hide behind this little bit of a wall up. And Xeno has already a base building. His reactor is going to be done, and wow, just what a beautiful hold. What a beautiful hold. Bunker's done now. Marine's coming out now. He's got to repair the bunker. He does have to repair the bunker. Stalker, if it is focus firing from the back, it should be able to maybe pick off an SC. For the time being, no. And now with 2 additional Marines out, State has to back out. Oh, how unfortunate, man. What a decently planned out strategy from State, but the timing was just so off. Oh, not so off, but that's kind of what happens right there. I'm not sure actually. I'll need to look back at the replay. I didn't notice if that was a 12 gas or a 13 gas because I think that's the only explanation for it. That would have to be a 13 gas. That delay on the Reaper is enough in time where it would come out late enough to spot that Zealot actually. So now with the Mothership Core and a couple Stalkers, you can of course utilize the high ground vision to be able to pick apart and snipe away at the supply depots at the front. That is the one disadvantage of putting them right there versus a Protoss player. But we'll see. We'll see. Does he decide to chase out after it? Doesn't technically have to. Third barracks underway. Does he have Marauder production? Yes, he's got 1 Marauder and he's got more Marines getting produced. Of course, this isn't really a position that he can technically break high ground on. We'll lose Zealot, just says screw it. Bunker is under fire, more Marines coming out. Marauder about to be done as well. Meanwhile, back at home for State, Gateway Research is getting produced, finally clears out that engineering bay blocking the natural, but here comes the Reaper for Xeno to check things out. Recalling away 1 Stalker, I think just went down as well, so I don't know, man. It's a really bad place to be at if you're State right now. It's a really, really bad place to be. Pylon gate gonna get picked apart outside of the natural. And I mean that sucks anytime you lose that, but 3 gates getting produced back at home. Robo Bay as well, so State is trying to keep himself in the game, keep him staying aware of what's going on. But at the same time, I look at Xeno right now, he's got that 3 barracks, double tech lab follow-up going on here. This if utilized in a standard game would be that what I'm talking about, that timing push. So with stam and combat shields as well, he's going to have a lot of firepower. This is something actually, if he heads across the map with, there's really not much State could do about it. Like, yeah, he'll maybe have photon overcharge, but you're really banking on the fact that you can blockade him out, and what's going to happen one way or another if a photon overcharge is forced. By the way, does he have a mothership? Yeah, well, he has a mothership core, but he just spent it on recall too as well. That's another thing to note. Like, one photon overcharge he could cast, he could just run up into the high ground. If he tries to battle low ground, if he wastes the force fields or a guardian shield too early, he'll have no way to wall it off. There's just a lot of options for a Terran player in that way, and there we go. The Xeno's starting to head out across the map. 3 stalkers do await him, await them all on the high ground. State looks like he just recently clicked on them. We're keeping track of them. That would be the one thing I would love to see on the game hard overlay is actually the hotkeys actions. Show it. I guess that's 1. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if that means he's actually got him hotkeyed on 1. All right, 1 stalker goes down. The next 2 getting chased down after. Another does go down. Here comes the photon overcharge, and here we go. Let's see the decision making that happens for State. How well can he defend this? He's already shown some really nice defense. I want to see if he puts up another force field. He does put up another force field, almost perfectly held. And for now, this is actually just enough for Xeno to force him back out of the way. But if he's got units rallying across the map, this photon overcharge, remember, 60 seconds. It is quite a while, but look at all the units that were killed off. We're talking about a lot of sentries killed off, a lot of starches. The Colossus is underway. Can he get actually out here within 60 seconds? Because if another force comes in here with a stim, I don't think he could necessarily hold. Either he's going to lose all of these units, or he's going to start losing a lot of probes. So, meanwhile, Xeno sitting very nice and healthy, back and dandy at home. Colossus just about out, and Colossus could be the saving grace for State right here. He's got the blink upgrade, adding in another gate. That Colossus is going to mean so much to him. So 84 out of 100 potential energy for the photon overcharge on the mothership core, and at that, yeah, now at this point, Xeno can't follow up. He had a very small and slight window. He missed it. He just missed it. Well, he's going to come up here. He's going to stim. Makes out a probe. Going to focus down the nexus, but all of a sudden realizes, well, you got a Colossus, so better not do that. Another photon overcharge activated, and now he'll just go back home. And yeah, I think that's a smart decision at this point. Just get the units healed up. Don't mess with your opponent too much right here. You don't want to waste your army and then open up an opportunity for him to go counterattack. So during this time, State has been slowly kind of working up his econ, but Xeno has been a little bit quicker. 3rd base is underway. Medevacs already produced 2 at the north side, picking up a huge army force. Not sure if State spotted that. I don't think he had a chance to see that. A little bit too far to the right of him. Another observer going to be coming out. Will miss, of course, the drop as well. It does spot the factory. Meanwhile, down here at the bottom left side of the rocks of the natural state, they're getting hacked away. They're going to go down. They might not go down just yet. Hold on. State actually helps them clear them out. Stay chasing out this army, pops the Guardian Shield chasing, and oh, while he's chasing, he's completely out of position to defend this Nexus. Now the Nexus will go down. There's not enough time for him to come back and defend against his blink. Just about to finish up, but more than enough time for Xeno to be able to escape. Not even down on the slow. Well, you know, maybe I spoke too soon. Hold on. I was about to say not enough time on the slow ground to be able to snipe them down, but almost gets them anyways. Meanwhile, at the natural, still holding off pretty strong. And is he just going for the counter? He is just going for the counter right now. But back at home, you can already see if he could just gather all of his forces with these medevacs, the double drop back home, you should, in concept, be able to defend. The firepower is a little bit too much. The DPS, the amount of units, there's too much grit. There's too much thickness. The girth of the Marauders will be too much for the Colossus to handle, and especially if he just splits everything up, doesn't exactly line him up for the AoE of the Colossus. He should be in a decent position. He's boosting back the medevacs as quick as he possibly can. Stalkers are trying to take a little bit of a fight. State trying to get as much of a read as he possibly can. Scan drop doesn't spot any observers. 3 Colossus are now out. Now this is very interesting. This could get a little bit tricky. Vikings are there we go. I was about to say, I'm like, finally they're all attacking. There was a couple just sitting back there, but clearing out the rest of the army. This could